Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel Simply Reefing. Pretty much, if you're new to the channel, hi, how you guys doing? If you're coming back, I am back. Took a bit of a break off of social media, had a lot of things going on last few months, and I pretty much just stepped away for a while I handled business there and got that all situated. So I'm back. We're here in the garage right now looking at the frag tank. That's what you guys see behind me here, and we're going to go ahead and just take a quick look at it, see what's going on. But all in all, everything's good. We're back in 2022. We're going to try to make a lot of progress with all the tanks and see if we can get everything going. So let me go ahead and flip the camera around, show you this system and what I got going on this year. I got a new little 25-gallon cube here. So let me go and spin this around, show you guys what's going on, and kind of go through this. And then we'll also go and take a look at the Cade, see what's going on there and how everything's been going. All right, guys, so here it is. Here's the frag tank setup. It is a 50-gallon low boy, drilled it on the side. If anybody really has any questions on the frag tank itself, as far as can you drill a low boy, I think it's the Zoomed 50-gallon. You could pretty much drill anywhere on this tank. The whole thing is non-tempered. Just wanted to go and throw that out to you guys there, just in case anybody had any questions. But here's the tank. What it pretty much consists of is a lot of the corals that I've had over the years, frags of things that I have in the current system, stuff that just didn't make it over to the new tank. So we got everything from your SPS, your zoas. I got mushrooms in here. Pretty much got a whole slew of things going on in here. And let's see, take a look at a couple of the SPS. We got some digis, and we got some LPS and SPS here. So I try to section everything off. I got some more work to do on this, but this tank has been set up for about 2 months now. What's running the tank right now, we'll start top down. So as far as lighting goes, currently it is on the Reef Brights and the new sight K7s. I'm gonna go ahead. I told everybody that I was gonna do a par video on these lights. With everything that had been going on, I tried to get one done. It didn't come out great, and I scrubbed that. I did try to go and do another one, and then the par meter cut out on me. So I don't have the Senai anymore. I'm actually getting a new par meter here. Once that comes in, I'll be able to go and do some par measurements. If you guys recall, I had 3 of them. So there's one in the middle, and in the middle, 1, 2. The third one is going to be on this tank here, and it will be on the 25-gallon cube once I get that set up. But coming back down, we got the 50-gallon. I got, as far as flow, the return pump is a Gimbal, I think it's the 1500. I have a ice cap 3K and a 1K over here, and that is ran off of their their dual gyro Wi-Fi controller. Dosing is over here. Let me bump up the exposure for you guys. Get this up here. There we go. All right, so the Gimbal doser is dosing HEI Essentials Pro, the 2-part that they have there, and this is aminos. The skimmer is the Aquamax FC 180, and it's pretty much just going into a 40-gallon sump here. Got live rock that I've had from a couple of different tanks, the old tank and a couple other systems, and I also have Chato. Down in here, there is frags down in here also, and what's lighting this whole thing is a AI Prime. Let's give you a top down here. Got a big old chunk of Cephastria, got some Zoas down here. Like I said, I do got some work to do on the frag tank. There's a ton of mushrooms way down at the bottom here. Let me show you. And there's even mushrooms underneath the macroalgae. So, like I said, got a lot of work to do here. This little tank is housing a lot of my brine shrimp. So I do feed brine shrimp from time to time and run that through. But here goes the panels for the new sights. I will go over why these new sights are not on the main system when I go over the par video and everything. there is a valid reason, a couple of reasons that I don't have it on there, but like I said, I'll go over that when I do that video. As far as this tank and what's going to happen with it, I do have the aquascape here that's going to go in there, and that was I have not opened it up as of yet. This was the magnetic aquascape. They were able to go ahead and design something for the 25 gallon. I honestly haven't taken a look at it or anything, so once I get started on this tank, I'll do a quick update. Got to drill it and everything, and we'll break open this box and see what's going on in there. Also did get some frag racks from Luna. These are really nice racks. So what that is going to go to is the next frag show that's coming up for us here in Florida is going to be the Florida Frag Swap down in Lakeland. A lot of the pieces that are in here will be going to that show, and I will be at the, excuse me, let me fix this. Yeah, I'm going to be at Caribbean Corals, which is going to be right there by the door. So if you guys come through, come check me out. I'm going to have a lot of these pieces in there. So we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much it for what's going on out here. It's really just my frag tank. I'm going to set this up. Probably, I don't know if you guys want to give me some ideas. I'm thinking of moving a lot of the SP, not the SPS, but the softies. Like my big leather, I really want to put that over there. Also move some of these, maybe the LPS, maybe just the softies only. You guys hit me up down below in the comments. Tell me, should I just do it just straight softies or do some mix of the LPS and the softies in here? Primarily, I want to run this whole frag tank with just SPS. And a couple other things here, but you know, time will tell. We'll see how everything goes and we'll go from there. But go ahead and shoot me a comment in below. And right now what I'm going to do is pretty much take you guys over to the Cade system, show y'all what's going on there. All right, so here's the Cade system. Here's what we got going on. It's pretty much coming down off of its light cycle right now, so you guys are going to get hit with a lot of the fluorescent blue pigmentation. All right, so believe me or not, you guys are looking at this tank right now, and I will tell you, I have not done one water change since I set it up. I really haven't. I did the water change pretty much just to when I started the tank up, and I just left the same water in there. Haven't done anything really to it because a lot of things happen, and I didn't even really bother with this. I kind of looked at it, cleaned the glass, made sure everybody was looking okay, and that was it. Nothing more. So let me brighten this up a bit. There we go. All right. So everything's doing good so far. It is still a new tank. I think it's been a few months now, so it hasn't hit a year. It hasn't hit that point where everything is fully settled in. What I am happy with though is that it seems to be some sort of balance going on with everything. I don't have, you know, hair algae. I never did get any hair algae, you know, cross my fingers on that. I do have all the tangs in here. They've been doing a good job. The snails. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this up to how I started the tank up. So I got the all the bacterial additives, everything to add into the tank when I started it up, and that's what I did. I just got loaded this whole system with bacteria, good bacteria, beneficial bacteria. This was dry rock. I always told myself I'm never doing an SPS tank with dry rock again because I had too many problems the last time I did it. I don't know if it's the rock, which is all Marco in this system, versus what I used before, which wasn't all Marco rock, or just, you know, the process of dumping a lot of this bacteria before I moved corals in that did it. But everything looks good. There is some die off. There has been some die off on stuff. Not much with the SPS. The SPS is really just taking off. But where the die off has been happening mainly is with my acants. I don't know, they're just really sensitive. I lost maybe 3 mini colonies. When I say mini colonies, they're about this big here. Not the 1 or 2 polyps, you know, stuff you get when you get them as a frag, but just those mini bunches there. As you can see, the one here by the powder blue, that's starting to recede. I have been starting to feed mices directly to them, try to get them back. I think that's what was going on before. Was, you know, in the old tank, everything was, you know, had a lot of things that they could eat, and now the new system, they got to kind of regain that. So that goes in line with talking about how the tank is in balance for its own self. So hopefully everything goes well and we continue, you know, just progressing forward with the system. I am happy that a lot of the corals that I did cut and glued to the rocks have based out. A lot of the frags themselves, or the pieces that I pulled from the old system, have regained or regrown their base onto the rocks and are starting to branch out. So I'm happy for that. One good thing that happened actually this week. This week here, my Chicago decided it was going to split. So now I have two. I did have to put another rock in here, so that way this guy didn't decide to walk over, because while it was splitting, it was maybe from where this hole is all the way stretched out to here. And that was, most of the tentacles were starting to touch the blastos and sting them. So yeah, wasn't a good thing, but I put the rock in there. He actually attached, and it took maybe about 2 to 3 days to spin himself around, and he has found a good spot here. So hopefully it finishes healing, because I've never had an anemone split in my tank, but this looks like a really long process compared to most that I've seen, which happened in like a day or two. But all good things. It split, it's happy, and everything is doing well. You guys can probably see I do have algae. Somebody can probably scream, "Oh my God, you got algae in your sand bed." I'm fine with it. It comes and goes. There is a lot of water movement, as you can tell, some bare spots, and yeah, it just happens. Every now and then I come through with the with a little stick, start to sand up a bit, you know, kind of get things going. But again, it's still a new tank, so I'm not looking for like extremely pristine sand at this moment, but it'll come. I know it's there. It has the ability to. As you can see, there are some little spots. I do have a cleanup crew for the sand bed between these snails and a couple of cucumbers. They do a good job. They're kind of keeping things off of the sand bed. So like I said, eventually it will clear up and look pretty well. Still got the MP40s running. I've been playing around with the positioning and flow and things like that to kind of get the right flow that I want in here for the whole thing. So that's pretty much it for this tank. Down in the sump, a couple things did change since I've been gone. Let me fix this, hang on. All right, there we go. So since I've been gone, the Gen 2, this is not the Gen 2 anymore, guys. This is now the Gen 3. So what happened was the motor on the Gen 2 started going bad. It lost its torque, and then it lost power altogether. I couldn't get it back even trying to repair it. The motor worked, but it just didn't have the torque needed to roll the roll. Like, it did nothing at all, which sucked. So I did end up having to get the Gen 3. Got that from the folks over at Saltwater Aquarium. Thanks to those guys for getting shipments of those in, because a couple things upgraded on this. One, the motor. The motor's been upgraded. It is a better motor as far as turning the roll and having the torque, because I've had to change this roll maybe once in the past month or so. Change the roll. And I don't know if you guys have that Gen 2, when you staple the rolls and you start pulling it through, it kind of sticks a bit. This one didn't stick at all. It just rolled it through like nothing, which is good. A couple other things they did change was the way that the design came out of the box. It was all one piece versus, you know, the erector set that you had to build on the other system. So I got it in here. I did push it up so that way it's off of the water here, and that's gonna go ahead and give it what it needs there as far as flow and clearing everything up. I just put a new roll on because the last roll was a mess. Should have heard it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a clip in here for that. All right, so skimmer's still the same. It's got the same reef octopus. I did upgrade the light for the Chato in here, and it is now running off my Hydra 26. Let's see, that's pretty much it. What's going on in here? Got a couple other things that I got to do. I got to redesign this baffle for the Chato. Meaning, as you can see, is light spill. So I want to get a new piece that comes flush to the top of here and try to block out more light. I did raise that up one moment and at one time when the lights was on, and it does block it out. So I just got to get a piece redesigned for it and pop that down in there. I would say if anybody has this tank or something similar to it, probably look into doing that, or even if the guys over at Cade can get that piece fixed in production, that'll be a benefit to anybody using it as a Chato or using it for any macroalgae or anything like that. So that's it really for this tank. It is just cruising along as it should. You guys can see here, I did add a couple of Anthias, this purple one, and a couple of the Eliotrails got added in here. As far as fish stocking, that's it. That's all that's been changed, and that's all that's been added. So we're doing good. This guy right here, this powder blue. I know why some people don't have them in their tanks. They're jerks. This guy, he'll even chase this thing here. Let's see if I can spin it around. I'll show you guys. He's an honored little fish. In the 150, he was fine. He didn't even bother this. He'd come, try to peck at it. No, he has pretty much claimed his whole territory. But that's a story for another day. I may move him, I may not, who knows. All in all, guys, that's it. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you want to follow along through this wonderful journey and the journey with the frag system out there. And until then, you guys enjoy yourselves and Happy New Year to everybody. Peace.